We'll go live in a minute or two. My CPU isn't actually going nuts at this point. I like that. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and future, and live on Twitch starting next Tuesday, every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and welcome to a tribute game here today on the channel. As most of you know by now, how you doing, Tim? As most of you know by now, Don Larsen, who threw the only perfect game and only no-hitter in World Series history, passed away within the last couple days at the age of 90. And what better way to pay tribute than to go back and replay his perfect game in the 1956 World Series, Game 5. So we have the exact lineups for you this afternoon between Don Larsen and the New York Yankees and Sal the Barber Magley and the 1956 Brooklyn Dodgers. It's day baseball, it's Game 5, and it's yours next right here on Retro Sports Network. And as you can see from the weather, it is a beautiful sunny day in the Bronx, 65 degrees. I got the date wrong. It really is October 8th. The wind is, temperature is 65 degrees. The wind is blowing in from left field at 21, and it's clear skies and not a cloud in it. As we get ready to go, this series went 7, and you'll have to forgive me if I don't remember. I didn't look. I did the lineups, but didn't look to see what the status of the series was. But this, of course, will be the last game in the Bronx for 1956 as Don Larsen takes his warm-up tosses. And Larsen, who was maybe one of the most unlikeliest pitchers ever to throw a perfect game, had a good year in 56. He went 11-5 with one save and an ERA of 3.25. He pitched 180 innings. He started Game 2 in Brooklyn and lost, as a matter of fact. Allowed 133 hits, 19 homers. He walked 96 and struck out 103 and a whip of 1.272. But the American League hit 204 off him that year. Here will be the lineup that in real life he took care of 27 up and 27 down. Junior Gilliam is at second base, and he'll lead off for Brooklyn. Pee Wee Reese will bat second and play short. The Duke of Flatbush Snyder, is in center field. Jackie Robinson will clean up at third. Gil Hodges, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Sandy Amorose, who made a big defensive play at Yankee Stadium in the 1955 World Series, returns to left field. Carlo Ferrillo is in right. He'll bat seventh. Roy Campanella is behind the plate, and he will bat eighth. And Sal Magley is on the mound, and Magley, in a 2-0 real-life loss, tossed a 5-hitter himself. So the Yankees in Brooklyn on this particular October 8th had some good pitching. Defensively for New York, Enos Slaughter is a 4 and a 3 in left. Mickey Mantle is an 8 and a 9 in center. And Hank Bauer is in right. He's a 6 and a 5. Andy Carey's at third. He's a 5. Gil McDougald is your shortstop. He's a 7. Billy Martin is at second. He's a 6. Joe Collins at first is a 6. And Yogi Berra is a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. Larsen has thrown his warm-up tosses. Gilliam digs in, and we're ready to go. And the pitch to Gilliam is a little bunt. Berra makes a great play, throws to Martin covering, and there's one away. So Gilliam says, "You're not getting me to do another no-hitter," and tried to bunt his way on, but Yogi made the play. Let's change that. Their displays. Video and sound. Play-by-play. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Here's Pee Wee Reese. 257, 9 homers, and 46 RBI. 1 out, nobody on. Don Larsen, 1 pitch, 1 out. Pitch to Pee Wee is ball 4. Well, that took care of the perfect game on the second batter. All the best laid plans of mice and men. Here's Duke Snider. 292, 43 homers, and 101 RBI. Brooklyn, of course, comes into this 56 series as the defending champions. It was their only World Series in the borough of Brooklyn. Larsen deals, and Snyder into center field. Mantle will handle it for the out, 2 away. So 2 out and 1 on for Jackie Robinson. 275, 10 homers, and 43 RBI. Larsen, of course, can go 130 pitches, and when Sal Maglie takes the mound, he can go the same. Pitch from Larsen to Robinson. That's into right center. Mantle goes over to make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left on the walk. Brooklyn fails to score. Here come the Yankees right here on Retro Sports Network. Let's tell you a bit about Sal Maglie. Pitched for the Giants, of course. Came over to the Dodgers. In 56 for the Brooklyns, he went 13-5 with an ERA of 2.87. Threw 191 innings and allowed 154 hits. 21 homers. He walked 52 and struck out 108. And with that whip of 107.9, you could see that Maglie might have been a better candidate to throw the perfecto than Larsen. The Yankees will line up like this. Hank Bauer is in right field. He'll lead off. Joe Collins, the first baseman, will bat second. He and Moose Scourin kind of split the position. Mickey Mantle, who's a Triple Crown winner, will bat third. In center field, Yogi Berra behind the plate, cleans up. Enos Slaughter, a late season addition, I think from St. Louis. He would go to Milwaukee. Will bat fifth and play left field. Billy Martin is the second baseman. He'll bat sixth. Gil McDougald is at short. He'll bat seventh. Andy Carey, the third baseman, bats eighth. And Larsen, who threw 12 pitches in the first, will bat ninth. Defensively for Brooklyn, Sandy Amoros is a 6 and a 3 in left. Duke Snider is an 8 and 7 in center. Carl Furillo is as a cannon in right, a 6 and a 10. And you kind of understand why Roberto Clemente escaped from Brooklyn to Pittsburgh. Jackie Robinson is at third. He's a 7. Pee Wee Reese an 8 at short. Junior Gilliam a 9 at second. Gil Hodges a perfect 10 at first. And Roy Campanella is also a perfect 10 behind the plate. Bauer at 241, 26 homers and 84 RBI. Maglie deals, and Bauer ground ball base hit right side. Gilliam should have made that play and didn't. And there is one on and nobody out for Joe Collins. It looks about 900 in that picture. 225, 7 homers and 43 RBI. The Yankees, as I said, only got 5 hits off of Maglie in this game and won it 2-0. Maglie deals. Collins popped up right side. Gilliam should have this. That's a rainmaker, and there's one out. For Mickey Mantle, one of the greatest individual years of all time, 353, and 188 hits and 533 at-bats. He slugged 52 homers and drove in 130. He also stole 10 bases, and you might say, yeah, so? Well, in the American League, that was a ton. And he had an OPS, like that mattered then, of 1169. Runner on first, Mantle into right center. Snyder has it for the out, and Bauer goes back to first. 2 out for Yogi Berra, who hit .298, 30 homers and 105 RBI. Yogi, and the height of his career. Yankee Stadium down the lines is .296 in right and about .300 down the line on left. But you see those monuments in the flagpole in dead center? How you doing, DC? Those are in play. Those are absolutely in play. It's .463 to dead left center at the old ballpark. Pitch to Yogi is a ground ball to short. Reese comes in. He's got to throw a bang-banger to Hodges, and Berra beat it out. And so that's an infield hit. Bauer goes to second, and that'll bring up Enos Slaughter. 289 in his 83 at-bats for the Yankees. No homers and 4 RBI. If you're wondering, these are the exact lineups from Game 5 of the 56 series. Pitch to Slaughter is a liner up the middle. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Bauer will score. Berra will hold at third, and Slaughter has himself a double. And the Yankees go up 1-0. It really is cool. Old Yankees, the stadium closed in 1973 when I was almost 2. So, never went. Really should have done the renovated stadium. Went to Shea twice. Martin at .264, 9 homers and 49 RBI. Magley delivers, and Billy draws ball 4. So Magley is in trouble here in the first. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Gil McDougall. Gil, 311, 13 homers, 56 RBI. 3 hits for the Yankees here in the first. Berra on third, Slaughter on second. He'll score on a base hit, and Martin might chance it from first. Pitch from Magley. McDougall, there's a base hit up the middle. Berra will score. Slaughter will score. Martin holds at third, and the Yankees are up 3-0. And that brings up Andy Carey, who looks like he could be on a box of cereal or an ad for Camels. 236, the average, 7 homers and 50 RBI. Pitch from Magley, and Carey hits a slow grounder to Reese, who goes to first, and Hodges will be on the bag, and that will retire the side. But the Yankees draw 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. After one, Don Larsen, not perfect, through 1, but up 3-0. It'll bring up Gil Hodges, Amorose, and Ferrillo for the Brooklyns in the second. Hodges at .265, 32 homers and 87 RBI. Pitch from Larsen, ball 4. So 2 walks. Larsen walked 96 on the year in 180 innings. How he kept it in check in a pretty important World Series game is beyond amazing. Amorose, Sandy at the plate, 260, 16 homers and only 292 at-bats and 58 RBI. Here's the pitch. Throw to first, Collins back. Snap throw by Berra. Amorose can bunt, but you'd think he would hit first. Here's the pitch from Larsen. Struck him out. He got him to swing on a 1-2 fastball, 1 out for Carl Ferrillo. 289, 21 homers, 83 RBI. Larsen from the stretch. And there's a chopper down to Martin, and Martin is going to misplay that. And Ferrillo is on with an error. Martin kind of went too fast on it. It hit his glove and skated off. And the scorer knew better than to give him a hit. So the no-hitter is still intact. but runners on first and second for Campanella, who only hit .219 in 56, with 20 homers and 73 RBI. Larsen in a pickle. Got him! He got him to look on an 0-2 on the inside corner. So Larsen with 2 strikeouts here in the second. And now bring up Magley, who went 9 for 70, a 129 average and 2 RBI. So 2 out and 2 out, top of the second. Larsen delivers, and Magley line drive to Martin, and the Yankees get out of the jam. No runs, no hits, an error, and a walk. The Dodgers have left 3 on through 2 after an inning and a half. It's the Yankees 3, the Dodgers nothing. And that will bring up Mr. Larsen himself at 241, a good hitting pitcher. 2 homers and 12 RBI. Magley, 32 pitches in the first. And Larsen draws a walk. So Magley on a 3-1 missed away and just kind of puts his hands on his hips through 9 batters. Sal is throwing 37 pitches. Only 1 inning. That won't get it done for Brooklyn. 4 hits and 2 walks, and all 3 runs are earned. Bauer singled and scored in the first. The wind now blowing left to right at 15. Happy New Year, John. How are you? From the left coast, of course. And of course, the Dodgers would be moving out to the left coast in about a year. Pitch to Bauer is a ground ball, a little looper into right field. That's going to drop for a hit. Larsen will hold at second. And it's runners on first and third, or first and second, rather, with nobody out. Joe Collins is 0 for 1. So Magley has not pitched himself very well. Pitch from Sal. Collins hits a ground ball to second. Gilliam should have 2 here. Reese for 1 over to Hodges. Collins is running and is not in time. Collins beat it out. So it's a fielder's choice, 4-6. Larsen moves to third, and here's the Triple Crown winner, Mickey Mantle. Mickey's 0 for 1. Flew out to right center his first time up. 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Yankees. The Dodgers don't have any hits, but if you're wondering about Mr. Larsen and his feet, he has walked 2 and given up, and Martin committed the error behind him. Got him! Mantle chased a 1-2 off speed. And so for the Barber, that's his first strikeout. 2 out for Yogi Berra, who singled and scored in the first. So a tough start for Mags, and Yogi hopes to make it even tougher. Pitch from Sal, and there's a fly ball center field. Snyder going back. That's off the wall. Larsen scores. Collins scores. Berra's got himself a double, and it's 5-0 New York. Not the way the Dodgers wanted to go. So here's Enos Slaughter. He doubled home a run his first time up and scored. Magley in a world of hurt here in the bottom of the second. 2 out. Pitch to Slaughter. That's up the middle. Gilliam. Fantastic play. Behind the bag at second over to first. And the Yankees are retired, but not before. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. After 2, it's the Yankees 5, the Dodgers nothing. And so Larsen, a very efficient 31 pitches through his first 9 batters. 2 innings, no hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. Gilliam is 0 for 1. Pitch from Larsen, and that's in the left. Slaughter, 1 out. Brings up Pee-wee, who walked his first time up. Pee-wee and Gilliam combined for 34 steals, which was a lot. Pee-wee, there goes the no-hitter. That's lined in the left center. And Pee-wee has reached both times up, this time with a single. So the Dodgers have a hit. Brings up Duke Snyder, who flew out to left center. So Larsen will work from the stretch. And ball 4. And so the Dodgers have something cooking here in the third for Jackie Robinson, who's 0 for 1. Jackie flew out to right center. Where did Kluber go? Pitch to Jackie. There's a ground ball, right side, base hit. Reese will hold at third, and the Dodgers have him loaded. 1 out, top the third. For Gil Hodges, who walked in the second. And so Larsen pretty much pitching like his stat line says he. Not a lot of hits, gives up a lot of base runners, but the ERA of 3.25 isn't terrible. Pitch from Larsen. There's a ground ball to Carey. They're going to try for 2. Over to Collins. Is that a liner? Reese should score. And there's an out there. Did they get 2? Oh, no. Collins can't dig out the bad throw. And they got 1. So let me do this again. So Carey throws to Martin for 1. And the throw to first goes into the dugout. And 2 runs score. And Larsen is beside himself on the mound as Billy Martin has committed 2 errors in this game. And it's 5-2 New York. And that'll bring up Amorose, who was 0 for 1. Larsen just kind of looking out at second base. He mutters, "How many did you drink last night, Billy? Save the Ballantines for after the series." Pitch to Amorose, and there's a fly ball to right. Bauer makes the catch by the wall to retire the side. But that error is mega costly. 2 runs on 2 hits. 2.5 in the books. It's the Yankees 5, the Dodgers 2. So it's Billy Martin who walked in the first. McDougal and Carey to follow. Kluber traded the Rangers, and he has been injury prone the last few years. So Martin drawn an actual Bronx cheer here as his 2-base error allowed 2 runs to score. Pitch from Magley. Martin pops it up. Campanella rips off the mask, goes back to the screen, and that goes out of play. So 0-2 the count. 56, by the way, marked a new tenant here at Yankee Stadium, and they would stay through 1970. Well, they played 1 game there in 73. Wind blowing in from left field at 15, by the way. 0-2 to Martin. There's a little looper that's going to get down into left center. Steiner picks it up on a hop. And that's the 7th hit for the Yankees off of Magley. Brings up Gil McDougal. He had a 2 RBI single in the first to make it 3-0. Pitch from Mags. McDougal into shallow left. Amorose comes in to make the catch. So Martin on first. 1 out for Andy Carey, who's 0 for 1. As they talk about the Corey Kluber trade in the chat between the Indians and the Rangers. Pitch from Magley. Carey into center. Snyder is there. Goes back a few steps. Hits a big ballpark. Makes a good catch. And there's 2 out. Don Larsen, who's reached, I believe, on a walk. Magley walked him in the second to lead off the inning, and Larsen scored. Pitch from Magley. Ball 4. So Sal nonplussed with that call. A full count that just missed low and inside, and that's 3. So 72 pitches through 2 2/3 innings and 18 batters. 7 hits, 5 runs, they're all earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 1. And Bauer is 2 for 2. He has singled twice and scored once. Pitch from Magley. Bauer, that's going to get down in right center field. Ferrillo picks it up. Martin will score. Larsen goes to third, and it's 6-2. So Joe Collins is 0 for 2. He has scored a run. He reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Pitch from Maggs, and that's popped up right side. Gilliam running a long way. That's in the shallow right to make the catch. A run on 2 hits and no errors. The Yankees now are up after 3, 6-2. This is the Don Larsen tribute game right here on Retro Sports Network. Carl Furillo is 0 for 1. Campanella and Magley to follow here in the top of the 4th. Larsen has given up 2 hits, but only 1 earned run because Billy Martin muffed one that allowed 2 runs to score. Pitch. There's a ground ball to Martin over to first, and this time they'll get him. Brings up Roy Campanella, who's 0 for 1. Larsen lived to be 90, by the way, and thankfully was not in hospice very long. They showed a picture of his hospice bed, and I saw on a Facebook group, and there was a Yankee uniform and a hat in tribute. Pitch to Campanella. Got him! So Larsen got him to chase on an off-speed on a 2-2, and there's 2 out for Magley, who's 0 for 1. Larsen deals. Magley, ground ball, base hit, right side. So there you go. Brings up Gilliam. So that's the 3rd hit for the Dodgers this afternoon as we play the top of the 4th. 18 batters down for Larsen. 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. 2 runs on the board for Brooklyn, but only 1 is earned. Junior Gilliam, by the way, is 0 for 2. 2 out. That wind is still howling in from left at 15. If you can picture it, the shadows are starting to creep across home plate. You can see the flags blowing in that wind, pointing out towards Queens. Ball 4. So Gilliam on a 3-2 pitch is the 4th walk for Larsen. Here's Pee Wee Reese. He is scored and singled and walked. He has reached both times. Amazing that they keep these illnesses quiet for so long. Yeah, something like that. And Larsen's notoriety really just comes from this one game. He was won 81 and 91, I think, in his career. Had a good year in 56, but as I said in the open, if there was someone that was probably the most unlikeliest to throw a perfect game in a World Series, I think you're looking at him right here. Pitch to Pee Wee, and there's a fly ball to right. Bauer is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. 3.5 in the books. It's New York 6, Brooklyn 2. Tuesday, by the way, starts our 1978 baseball replay. It'll be the Astros and the Reds at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. One of my favorite pitching matchups of all time, J.R. Richard and Tom Seaver from Riverfront Stadium. Wednesday will be a prime time. Actually, Wednesday, I got some Patreon stuff I got to take care of, so you'll get a game on tape. And then the Thursday game this week will be from Texas. It'll be the Yankees and the Rangers opening day, which was that Saturday. It'll be Ron Guidry and John Matlack. That's coming up for you, and the tape game will be the Dodgers and the Braves. From that Saturday, I forgot who pitched it. And so 3 games for you as we start the 1978 replay right here on Retro Sports Network. Astros, Reds, Yankees, Rangers, Dodgers, Braves. Coming right up. Mantle's 0 for 2. Magley delivers to start the inning, and he hit him. And Mickey just kind of stares out there and went, really? Magley missed on all 4 pitches, and that one hit him in the leg. And Yogi, who's got a single, a double, and 2 RBI, comes to the plate hoping to make this bigger than 4. 6-2 New York. In the center, Snyder, 1 out. Magley at 91 pitches here in the fourth. Looking forward to it. That was my pony year. So am I. Let's see what Mantle does. Slaughter 1 for 2. He's got himself an RBI double. Mickey's going to go. Throw down from Campanella to Reese. Not in time. So Mickey has himself a steal. 1 out for Slaughter. Magley delivers, and there's a ground ball to Gilliam. That probably would have been a 2. Over to Hodges for the out. So Mantle goes to third. 2 out for Billy Martin, who has not had a great day, although he did have a RBI or run-scoring single. Scored on a single. Well, you know what I mean. Mantle on third. 2 out, bottom of the fourth. Magley deals, ball 4. Gil McDougald at the plate. Gil had a 2 RBI single in the first. If you missed it last night, and it's on YouTube, we redid the 1984 Orange Bowl. So bring your sister and watch the Nebraska Cornhuskers and Miami Hurricanes fight for the national championship. 2 out. Here's the pitch to McDougald. Got him. Magley got him on the outside corner looking. Full count. And Magley, for the first time in the ball game, does not give up a run. We played 4. It's the Yankees 6, the Dodgers 2. So it'll be Snyder, Robinson, and Hodges to face Larsen here in the 5th. The Duke 0 for 1. With a run scored, he walked into third. Pitch from Larsen. Snyder struck out. So Larsen, a 1-2 breaking ball, got him on the inside corner, and that's 4 for Don. It may not be perfection, but Larsen has pitched a good ball game. But the Dodgers have left 6 on. They've had their chances. Here's Jackie, 1 for 2 with a single. And he hits a slow roller to third that Andy Carey can't pick up. And so Robinson will reach on the 3rd error of the game for the Yankees. And again, the defense is letting Larsen down. Gil Hodges is 0 for 1. Walked in the 2nd and reached on that error in the 3rd that made it 5-2. Now 6-2 as we play the top of the 5th. Pitch to Hodges. Got him! He got him to swing and miss on an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 out. That's 5 for Larsen. And that'll bring up Amoros, who's 0 for 2. Pitch. Struck him out. A 1-2 fastball at 86 is called strike 3. And Larsen just kind of motors off to the dugout. We're halfway home here in Game 5 of the 56 series. It's the Yankees 6. The Dodgers 2. I don't know why my face always itches when I do this. And so here's the summary. Larsen, 5 innings, 3 hits. He's given up 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 6. Magley, 4 innings, 8 hits, all 6 runs are earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 2. And here's the in-game box score as I take a drink. The Dodgers don't have an RBI. And to carry Don Larsen and Hank Bauer to bat here in the 5th. Andy's 0 for 2. Magley deals, and there's a little ground ball. Gilliam from his knees throws him out. Oh, an absolute web gem. A diving stop by Junior. And he had the wherewithal just to get it away, and there's 1 out for Larsen, who has walked twice and scored once. Magley's pitch, ground ball to Robinson. He has to hurry over to Hodges, and Larsen is out. So a bang-banger And there's 2 away. So 27 batters down for Magley. 110 pitches. 4 2/3 innings, 8 hits. He's walked 4, struck out 2. And as I said a moment ago, all 6 of those runs are earned. Hank Bauer has singled 3 times. Has an RBI and a run scored. And that's in the right. Furillo will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Magley finally in a groove here. Through 5, it's the Yankees 6, the Dodgers 2. So Furillo, Campanella, and maybe Magley. We'll see. Magley's at 112 pitches. Larsen's at 94, not showing any fatigue signs. Furillo is 0 for 2. Grounded to second, reached on an error, grounded out to second in the 4th. Larsen deals, and Furillo sends that one into left. Slaughter has it near foul territory for the out. 1 away. Here's Roy Campanella. He's 0 for 2. Has struck out twice. Larsen has 6 in the ballgame. Make it 7. Make it 7. A 1-2 on the inside corner, and Larsen has gotten Campanella to swing it, to strike out 3 times. So I'll bring up Magley. Sal is 1 for 2. Lined out to second and singled. Pitch from Larsen. Popped up. Berra this time goes back towards the screen, and that ball is out of play. So the count is 0-2. Larsen, 6-2 Yankees. He's given up 3 hits. But he's got 8 strikeouts as Magley looks at a fastball in there at the knees. Berra dropped it, tagged him for the out, and we're through 5.5. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Yankees 6, the Dodgers 2. Let's see, John. Yeah, I had a good New Year's Eve. Very quiet. Don went out for a nice dinner, then home to watch Ryan Seacrest ball drop on tape delay. Did you see Gronk spike the Steve Harvey thing, or was that on another channel? Joe Collins, Mickey Mantle, and Yogi Berra here in the 6th. Collins is 0 for 3 with a run scored. Pitch from Magley. Got him. He chased one out of the zone on a 1-2 count for Magley's 3rd strikeout. Here's Mantle. He's 1 for 2, or he's 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the 4th, stole a base. And there's a ground ball to second. Gilliam, easy play over to first, 2 away. Here's Yogi, 2 for 3, 2 RBI, a single and a double. Sal delivers. Yogi sends this one into center. Snyder is there, and that will retire the side. After 6, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Yankees 6, the Dodgers 2. So Larsen not going to pitch the whole game unless he really just doesn't let anybody through. 27 batters, 103 pitches. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 8. Wind now blowing in 11 from left center, and not a cloud in the sky. It is a beautiful day here in the Bronx. Gilliam is 0 for 2. Walked in the 4th. And he drops another bunt down. Collins has it, comes in over to Martin, and Gilliam is erased. So 1 out for Pee Wee Reese, who is 1 for 2. He is singled and scored. Along with a walk, that run came in the 3rd. It's 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Brooklyn. They left 7 on. The Yankees have butchered the baseball a lot. 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors, and they've left 7 on. Pitch from Larsen, and there's a ground ball down the line at 3rd. Carey will let that roll foul. And it's 1-2. No Gronk. I think they win. John asks me what I think the Patriots will do, and as a Giants fan, I'm kind of impartial to it all. I think they beat Tennessee this week, and I think they go to Kansas City and lose. I really think they need that bye week. Brady's looking old in a hurry. Pitch to Reese. There's a line drive base hit up the middle. Man will pick it up. And Pee Wee has another hit. Brings up Duke Snyder 0 for 2 with a run scored. Struck out in the fifth, flew out in the first, and walked in the third. And that walk led to the second Brooklyn run. Larsen deals. Snyder, there's a base hit right side. Bauer will pick it up. Reese will hold at second, and Brooklyn's got something going here in the top of the seventh. Jackie Robinson's 1 for 3. He's got himself a single. We'll see how long I let Larsen stay in the ballgame. Berra goes out to calm him down. There will be no bear hug after the game. Robinson popped up right side. Collins in foul territory, and that will be an out. So 2 away for Gil Hodges, who's 0 for 2. Yeah, Brady does look old, doesn't he? And remember, they started training camp back in July. And today, of course, is January 2nd. And if you're going to the Super Bowl, you're doing this for another month. Plus, you have OTAs and the draft and all that. So there really, in football, there really is no off season. Pitch to Hodges. Ball 4. And now bring up Amorose. Casey rocking back and forth in the dugout. Wants to leave Larsen in to pitch to one more batter if he can. Amorose is 0 for 3, but he is now the tying run at the plate. Pokey, I knew I would do that. Pee Wee's at third. Snyder on second. Hodges on first. Amorose has struck out twice and flown out to right. Larsen deals. In the right. Bauer. And he'll bobble it. Does he hang on? No. Reese scores. Snyder scores. Hodges goes to third. And Bauer dropped it. That's the 4th Yankee error. And it's 6-4, New York. Here it is on the replay. And Hank Bauer has got to feel like the loneliest man in the city right now. They were out of it. They'll let Larsen pitch to Ferrillo. The Dodgers have turned this into a game. 6-4 New York. Ferrillo is 0 for 3. And the raspberries and the pennies being chucked at Bauer from the seats in right. Casey just kind of sitting there in the dugout with his hat over his face. Ferrillo's 0 for 3. Ground ball to Martin, and he'll bobble it. That's the 5th error. And Hodges will score. It's 6-5. And here comes Campanella. Don Larsen has gotten 4 outs in this inning, but only 2 are in the scorebook. Campanella has struck out all 3 times. Amorose, the tying run on second, and Ferrillo, the go-ahead run on first. Larsen deals. Liner to Martin, and that will finally retire the side. Forgot to take the music off the Patreon slide, but you know what's there. And the game now does have its own 7th inning stretch. Go ahead, YouTube, lock that. So, Larsen is just kind of nonplussed in the dugout, smoking on a cigarette, jacket around the arm. The Yankees have committed 5 errors. And somehow the Dodgers have worked their way back in this game. Slaughter, Martin, McDougald. for the Yankees. Slaughter 1 for 3. He's got a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Magley starts the bottom of the 7th. Fly ball center field. Snyder 1 out. I imagine, well, it's a new pitcher. And so that'll do it for Sal Magley. It'll be Ed Roebuck. Not Sears, of course, but Ed Roebuck, who went 5-4 in 1956 with a save and a 3.93 ERA. 89 in the third innings, 83 hits. He allowed 15 homers. He walked 29 and struck out 60. And the Dodgers are still in this. Martin 1 for 1. He scored. Has a single. In fact, they've not retired Billy. He's walked twice. And this time he'll strike out. He got an 0-2 at the belt and looked at it for strike 3. Here's Gil McDougall, 1 for 3. 2 RBI single. The Yankees are a lucky ball club right now because they really have done everything to beat themselves. I'm not sure if Larsen would have gotten the complete game, but the Yankees have given him 5 extra outs. If you just add those at outs, he's at 2 outs in the 9th with a shutout. McDougall draws a walk. So 3-0 outside for Andy Carey, who's 0 for 3. Roebuck delivers, and that's strike 3. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and leave 1 on. After 7, not done yet. Yankees 6, Dodgers 5. Yep. Replay with transactions. As played lineups. Let's see. We're looking at righties here. Who's good against the righties? Bob Grimm will come in, and he will bat 6th. And Jerry Coleman will play 2nd and bat 9th. Bob Grimm 6-1 with 5 saves. 2.76 ERA, 75 innings, 64 hits, 3 homers, 31 walks, and 48 strikeouts. I imagine the Dodgers are going to pinch hit for Roebuck here. They need a run. Top of the 8th, 6-5 Yankees. It'll be Charlie Neal to pinch hit. Charlie at 287, 2 homers, and 14 RBI. So Coleman is a 5 at 2nd. And Martin will get the first shot at a hot shower. Pitch to Neal. And there's a little looper that's going to get into right field. Bauer will pick it up. Bauer's going to throw into 2nd. Neal's going for 2, and he's safe. So Neal just watched to see Bauer kind of lollygag that, and Charlie's on with the double. So Junior Gilliam, who's 0 for 3, has a tying run in scoring position. Nobody out here in the 8th. Grimm delivers, and Gilliam ground ball to Coleman. Over to Collins for the out. And now Neal goes to 3rd for Pee Wee Reese. And the Yankees will play halfway with a runner on 3rd and 1 out because Neal is the tying run. Grimm delivers. Reese 2 for 3. Ground ball to McDougall. They're going to throw home. Here comes Neal. The throw to Berra is not in time. We're tied at 6. And so the Yankees defense has cost them dearly as it's now 6-6 here in the 8th. And since this was a 4-3 Yankee World Series win, any change for the Dodgers, if they win this game, they would have repeated in this universe. Throw to first. Reese is back. And that brings up Snyder, who is 1 for 3, has scored twice. Grimm delivers, and Snyder lined ride to first. Collins is there for the out. 2 out. Coleman, Bauer, and Collins due up in the bottom of the 8th for the Yankees. Jackie Robinson is 1 for 4. See the big number there on the upper right of your scoreboard. There's a 5 underneath that E column for New York. Pitch from Grimm Robinson. That's going to get into right center field. Reese will go to third. Robinson's on with a single, and that'll bring up Gil Hodges, who's 0 for 2 with a run scored. Grimm delivers. Hodges strikes out. He took a 1-2 pitch at 77 for strike 3. Clem Labine coming in for the Dodgers. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. After 7.5, it's the Dodgers 6, the Yankees 6. I'll tell you about Labine. 10-6 with 19 saves, a 3.35 ERA, in 115 2/3 innings. He allowed 111 hits, 11 homers. He walked 39 and struck out 75. Labine would bat 4th in the 9th. Coleman coming in for Billy Martin, 257, no homers, and 18 RBI. Here's the pitch. And there's a liner in the right field. Ferrillo will pick it up on a hop. And the Yankees are cooking here in the bottom of the 8th. For Hank Bauer, who is 3 for 4. He has singled 3 times. He has scored once and drove in a run. The Yankees led 5-0 after 2. And it's now 6-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Dodgers have left 11 runners on. Pitch to Bauer, and there's a little looper into right center field. That's going to get down. Coleman will go to third, and Bauer is on first. So nobody out. The infield playing in for Joe Collins, who is 0 for 4. Casey looks to his lineup. And who do we have? Well, we have Billy Skowron. So Skowron will pinch hit. Labine or Labine, 263 against righty. Skowron, 308, 23 homers, and 90 RBI. And so the Dodgers now needing some sort of divine intervention. 6-6. Skowron struck out. A full count. Labine went with a fastball, and he swung on and missed. There's 1 out. That's huge, but there's no really place to put Mickey Mantle, who was 0 for 3. He's also been hit by a pitch. Clem delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Ferrillo will go way back and gone. Mickey Mantle has homered in the upper deck in right field, and the Yankees lead it 9-6. That'll do it for Labine, or Labine. Ken Lehman, no database required, comes in to pitch. But let me tell you about what Mickey Mantle did. That ball was crushed. That hit a stanchion out there. That must have gone, if it was a first deck shot, 20 rows deep. So Lehman, 2-3, with a 5.66 ERA. Up those damn Yankees. 49 1/3 innings, 65 hits, 11 homers allowed. He walked 23 and struck out 29. He's in for the lefty Yogi, who killed lefties at 322. Yogi, a single, a double, 2 RBI. Just when you thought the Dodgers had this solved, they go back. Pitch to Yogi, and there's a line shot in the left center. Amoros throws to second, and Bear is in with a double. Brings up Slaughter, who is 1 for 4. So just kind of the Yankees' luck. 9 runs, 12 hits, and 5 errors. They've left 8 on. The Dodgers, they've had their chances. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. But 11 runners stranded. It'll be Amoros, Ferrilla, Campanella for Brooklyn in the 9th. And Slaughter's going to get the free walk because they're going to let Grimm go to the plate. Grimm will be pinch hit for by Bob Serve. So Serve, 304 and 115 at-bats, 3 homers and 25 RBI. He'll face a lefty layman. 9-6 New York, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Ball 4. Gil McDougall, 1 for 3. Yankee fans are starting to feel it. Wind still at 11, blowing in from left center. Pitch. And there's a fly ball to right. Furillo goes back, makes the catch. Barrow will tag and score, and it's 10-6 New York. For Andy Carey, who's 0 for 4. So the Yankees have 4 across here in the 8th. Lehman delivers. Carey into left center field into that wind. Amoros is there. And that will retire the side. But the Yankees get 4 on 4 hits and no errors. After 8, it's the Yankees 10, the Dodgers 6. So Skowron will stay in the game and bat second. And the lefty Tommy Byrne comes in to get the last 3 outs. He went 7-3, the lefty, with 6 saves and an ERA of 3.35 in 110 innings, 108 hits, 9 homers. However, he walked 72 and struck out 54. Amoros is 0 for 4. Byrne will pitch to Randy Jackson instead, as you got to go with the pinch hitter. 274, 8 homers, 53 RBI. Brooklyn needs 4 to tie and 5 to go ahead. Byrne delivers, and Jackson ground ball base hit left side. Carey continues the bad defensive parade for the Yankees. Should have had that. And now I'll bring up Furillo, who's 0 for 4. These two teams have stranded 21 runners. Byrne, well, it's another pinch hitter, Gino Cimoli. 111, no homers and 4 RBI. Pitch from Byrne, Cimoli, ground ball to Carey. This should be 2. Coleman for 1, over to Skowron, and there's 2 out. So Brooklyn, with nobody on, is down to their last out, and it's Roy Campanella, who is 0 for 4. So the Yankees are going to go back to Brooklyn and take this series to 7. Brooklyn, 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 7th at Chase Larsen, and 1 in the 8th. But the Yankees got 3 on the mammoth shot by Mickey Mantle. Pitch to Campanella. There's a fly ball to left. Slaughter comes in to make the catch, and the Yankees are going to win this one 10-6. Well, that would have been a good World Series game. So Grimm gets the win. Labine takes the loss. Don Larsen in his tribute game, 7 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, but only 1 earned as the Yankees just butchered the baseball out there. He walked 5 and struck out 8. Grimm got the win in the blown save. An inning, 2 hits, a run, it was earned. He struck out 1. And Tommy Byrne, gave up a hit in his lone inning. Sal Maglie almost got a win. He certainly got a non-decision there. 6 in the 3rd innings, 8 hits, 6 runs all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Ed Roebuck threw 2/3 of an inning. He walked 1, struck out 2. Labine, an inning and a third of an inning, 3 hits, the 3-run shot by Mantle and a strikeout. And then Kenny Lehman kind of butchered the ball around. Always. And so thank you. And so don't forget, the live streams are now on Twitch. You can see everything, of course, on tape delay on YouTube. But I need you guys to come to Twitch. Tuesday, Thursday, baseball. And Sunday, I think we're going to finish up that 60s tournament before the wild card playoff game. And so 78 replay starts next week. Thank you so much. And as always, we'll talk to you the next time. Have yourself a great afternoon.